Hi everyone. Today we have with us Sushmita. Sushmita, we want to talk about the complete GDPI process of WeSchool. Of course, your was on online batch, so COVID batch, so there will be slight changes in that. But we overall want to understand your perception, what was going on at that time in your mind, and then we'll talk about your story as well. So what is the GDPI process in your time, and what are the changes which are happening for this year?
Okay. First of all, hi everyone, and I'm Sushmita Desai. Currently a second year student with Wellinker Bangalore campus for PGD in Business Design. So, as I said, we had kind of different process back then because the campuses were still not in an offline mode, and now everything is again back to normal. So, back then for my process, it was simple. Like initial rounds were similar, that you had to do undergo an application process. An application process for Wellinker is kind of important because it's nice 10-15 pages application. So besides your, basic graduation and education details, for all the courses that you have opted, for all the priority that you have given, for the campuses that you have given, they'll ask you questions that why this course.
Correct,
They'll
correct.
give you
If I ask
situation,
you
yeah.
this, I
So
think अगर विलिंकर का वो फॉर्म किसी ने भर दिया ना, उसका आधा एमबी वही हो गया, आधा एमबीए इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन हो गया. They go to
yes, so they ask you, everything is extremely in detail and you please have to give good time. So I said, don't give it 1 hour before your submission, don't start filling it back then. Take good time, go through it and give your answers very authentically, because these are the questions which they'll pick you up when you go for PI.
correct. उनके
So they'll
सामने
ask you in detail. Yeah, so they'll ask you in detail why this, why that. So since I had taken two courses of choice, which was business design and one was PGDM core, and I converted both of them. But business design is something which is a different specialization, and there were a lot of detailed questions about it. That why are you choosing this, and what would you do? Like even in case of RBA, if you're choosing, research and business analytics course, they'll give you a situation also, that in this situation, what would you do? What are your what are your hobbies? What are your likes and dislikes? They'll also, it's like it is also a situation based kind of questions that they'll give to gauge what kind of person you are, what kind of your thought process is. So give good time for your application process.
Correct. So
and give
I
authentic
just
information.
stop you here. I'm sorry. So the first change which is happening is offline. So पहले online था last year. This year the process is offline. That's the number one change. Number two, the form is common, so there is no change in the form. So वो पहले लगती थी, अभी भी public लगेगी पूरा form भरने में. So it's a complete effort. So I have created a WhatsApp group, so students you can join. So let all of us come together and fill all these forms. Take each other's help. I'll also invite a couple of more of students who can come and talk to us like this. So I'll keep you engaged. I'll keep you informed about that. ठीक है. So ये हो गया number one, the form. So number two is the psychometric test. I think Wellinker is the only B school, the very few B school who's taking a psychometric test. So can you give us an example, a couple of questions which were asked in your time, so that we can understand what kind of a psychometric test we're talking about?
Okay. So psychometric test is something which students need to be their authentic self. उसमें कुछ right या wrong नहीं होता है. They'll try to ask you questions like as something, they can give you situations like what is your preference in life, like, and in priority you have to give, like you want fame, you want money, you want to do social service, something on that line. They can give you a situation wherein they can ask you ऐसा, like for case study. For one example which comes to my mind was that in a given situation, you and your friend are appearing an exam. Will you lie or will you cheat? Something like that. So it's very common day-to-day basis. And these questions, don't try to be, okay, I'll be 100% honest, or I'll try to manipulate these questions, because you cannot manipulate psychometric test. They will ask the similar kind of questions in different format in that entire 1 hour duration to understand whether you are lying or whether you are saying the same thing.
Like,
and they can ask you things.
You said, will you cheat? Okay, will you cheat in the exam? The answer is no, I will not cheat. But next question, after 10-15 questions, next question will be, you have to make a PPT. Will you take help from Google? There you can't. Because now you have to say no. Because if you don't cheat, you won't cheat. So these are the things you have to take care of.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So there can be questions like this. There are also priority basis, that what in 1 to 5 rating you give what you want from life. Whether you want materialistic wealth, whether you want, whether you want to give service to the family, whether you want to make good career, something similar on that lines. So psychometric test is not something which you have to prepare beforehand, but you have
Correct.
to be yourself,
So
is
if
what
you look
I'll
at
say.
the process point of view, this is again happened last year online था, इस बार भी online नहीं होगा because psychometry is
Yes,
always online. So this is there's no major
yes,
you can expect from
yes,
psychometry. Of course, the number of
yes.
questions and the type of question might change. Otherwise, they
Might change, yeah.
correct. So the next
Yeah.
major thing which is changed is a GD. So earlier in your
Yes.
time online there was no GD at all, but now
No,
they're
JD.
GD back.
Yeah, they added one element during our time, was that essay writing. So 2 hours ka test tha. 1 hour was 1.5 hours was something psychometric, and the remaining time was essay writing that they did, which was online. So at that point of time, we had to type whatever
Essay writing
essay
now I
writing was
think
there.
this year also there is essay writing, right? No essay writing.
I'm not
We will not confirm.
sure about it.
So
Not
officially
sure
the
about
testing
that.
is not out. Yes. So I'm also in touch with
Yeah.
the other faculty admissions team as well. So if you can find it out, most probably there will be a VAT, but psychometry which
That.
is for 1 hour might be for half an hour. And there might be
Yeah.
5-10% weightage for the psychometry test as well this year.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
GD, you said your seniors, you remember your seniors have gone
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
Can
So
you
my
give them
seniors
the-
had gone through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
sure. So my seniors had gone through a GD experience, which we didn't have. You typically have to go on campus. They have already created groups for you. So they have already created groups for you, and then based on your rounds, they'll either give you a GD which is based on the current happenings around you. In our situation, it can be recession, it can be war, it can be work from home, it can be moonlighting, it can be chat GPT. These are the few
Anything, yeah.
trending topics at this point of time. So either it is a current topic that they give you to discuss, they give you some time to prepare, and then in rounds, basically, I have not seen or I've not heard of this thing that there was a ruckus or a fish market kind of situation happening. Everybody is given a chance, and everybody gets an opportunity to speak. In case in your particular group, if there is this fish market kind of situation which is happening, I give one clue to students who are preparing, that try to be someone who tries to, at the end, tries to conclude, or who is not part of that fish market, because they also take notes of your behavior. It's not
Correct.
just the points that you speak, it's how you conduct yourself as well. There are also situations where case study is given. So they will give you a situation, and they'll try to take your viewpoints about that situation, and how you approach your thought processes, and what are your pointers are given. Here, unlike debate, there is no for and against situation. It's
Right.
just your thought processes for a given problem in hand.
Right. So that SRT VSK still not confirmed होगा कि नहीं होगा. Maybe it's
Yeah.
out because
Yeah.
of GD, but it's not called GD. It's called group activity. Earlier used to be called
Group
group
activity.
activity. We'll wait for the official notification to see क्या होता है.
Yeah.
And then followed by a personal interview. So in the personal interview, were you questioned about कि तुमने 2-3 जगह टिक क्यों मार दिया? You have ticked the PGDM core as well. अपने BD भी टिक किया है. मतलब तुम्हारा कुछ stable नहीं हो तुम. You are varying, you are changing this and that. Did you have the question?
Yes. So in my case, it was altogether a different situation, because I've also done career change. So I was a CA final student who
Okay.
had completed articleship as well. So मेरा सिर्फ final exams were left, and then I shifted my career into marketing. I had 1.5 years of work ex before I started with MBA. So there were a lot of questions around that fact, that why are you making a shift? And then the immediate question was that, if you're making a shift, then why are you not sticking to just PGDM core, because therein you can get your marketing thing, because now you have decided to change marketing. Why are you going for business design? And this is a similar question which was also asked in an application, that why are you picking up this course? So keep in line whatever your answers are. It should not seem like I wanted to keep multiple options open. Your story should be very much in line with what you want to do. Something which helped in my case was the clarity and the story which I gave, that yes, I have made this shift, and I have made this shift with a lot of like, it's not something which I'm trying to ye nahi ho raha hai to dusra kare. I'm not just trying to, keep myself into
Correct.
boats. One thing, this is an exact question. Whatever, sir, you said, that's exactly what I was asked. That, you're trying to safeguard yourself by choosing two courses. And I had to give in detail that why I chose BD design, business design. And for that, I had underwent, like, I checked the course, the curriculum, what are the subject matters. I talked to a few seniors, so I could give this answer that why I'm choosing that.
Correct, correct, correct. Or you stick to the future कि भाई future में मेरे को consulting में जाना है, and
Yes.
whatever way I'm reaching consulting, I don't mind. So I think that's if your answer is not prepared, you can have one common answer, link it to the future.
Yeah. That works. Even that works.
Otherwise, if you want to make the panelists happy, it can backfire as well. सीधा बोलो सर मेरे को WeSchool जाना है, by hook or by crook, by core or by whichever program you give me. So I'm just kidding. That should not be your.
That should. Yeah.
Okay. So next, let's move to your story. You got placed where you got placed, and how was your life in Bangalore? Because Mumbai is everybody's first choice. So Mumbai versus Bangalore, how is your life there?
Okay. So, very rightly said, Mumbai is everybody's first choice, but Bangalore is no less. So, few good things about Bangalore is what I would say is that the campus is smaller and the number of students are smaller. So, and the campus is very beautiful. It's unlike typical Mumbai campuses, which are just one building, So it's a nice green campus. Right in front of you is Infosys, there's Wipro. So you walk along in the campus with all these buildings around, and you feel very aspirational to go around. You're in between big corporates. So that's a plus point. Everybody knows everyone very closely because it's very small. Like, it's like 200 in senior batches, 200 plus around in junior batch. So 500 plus students around there. So it's a very nice environment. Everybody knows everyone, and it's very beautiful, green, and right in between all the big corporates. So it's very beautiful like that. As far as my journey is concerned, I am very happy with how it was structured. My summer internship was with Geo Creative Labs, and it is based out of Mumbai. I had to go to Mumbai for the same. And since I was someone who was wanting to get into marketing, this very well aligned with me. My position was that of a brand and research strategy intern. And currently I'm placed with Digit Insurance in marketing department, which is in Bangalore. And there are also a lot of activities which happen. So we recently concluded one of the major events which business design students do. It's a flagship event, which is, if I want to say, is like a Wellinka version of Shark Tank. So business design students, they have their own business ideas which they pitch to outside industry experts, and then they do virtual funding. So there are a lot of events which happen around. And last couple of years, of course, because of COVID, nothing was happening. But now all the campuses across Mumbai and Bangalore have all geared up for all the events and cultural events and other events. So it's now getting back to all the good things are happening for all these guys. So, yeah.
Correct. Superb. Superb. So great, yaar. Thank you very much, Sushmita, for your time and all the best for your future.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Best of luck to all the students who are catching up this. Yeah, sure. Thank you so much.